Hi everybody, welcome to the Makeup Chair. Today I'm going to be doing my kind of signature look. This is the look that I do when I don't really want to do anything kind of crazy with eyeshadows or anything, and when I'm just like in a hurry and just want to put something on my face. So I hope that you enjoy it and just keep watching. So I've already started by applying my foundation, and now we're going to move on to the eyes. My foundation is kind of a little bit boring, so I thought I would just do that ahead of time. You can check the link up here if you want to have a look at how my foundation routine is kind of changed and the products that I use. And I have a few different foundation routines coming up, so you can definitely check those out. But we're going to move on to the eyes. So I've already prepped my eyelids with some foundation and a little bit of pressed powder over the top, and this will absorb any oil, so we're not going to have it fade or anything like that. And then I want to brush through my brows. I'm just using a little spoolie to brush through these. Because one naturally arches more than the other, I put in a little bit of an arch more on this side because this is slightly rounder. So I take my pencil and I start by doing more of a square because it's quite square on this side. So I just square off that inner part. And then I usually just raise my eyebrows so I can see where my arch is, which is just about here. And I just mark it. Start from this point and work down, and then work down this way. So you get kind of like a V shape. But that's just for my eye shape because my eyebrows aren't completely even. Then I take an angled brush and I take a little bit of the mid-tone and the brown in this palette, and I start kind of pushing this in the brows. This will set the pencil that we have on there, making sure that it lasts all day and it's not going to kind of rub off or anything like that. And it will also add a little bit more definition to the brows. I take a little bit of clear mascara or brow gel. You could also use a setting spray and just spray your spoolie as well. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. I'm first of all going to take the lightest shade in this palette, and I'm using a flat brush and working this all the way across the lid. Now this is a matte shade. You can also use a satin or even one with a little bit of shimmer, but I just like to keep it nice and matte. Then I take my mid-tone, and working this on a fluffy brush, I start in the outer corner of the eye and then work my way in. And I'm starting this into the crease, not on the actual eyelid, not on the kind of brow bone. It's more just underneath here where your crease is. And what this does is recede the brow bone, bring the eyelid out a little bit more, and it will complement anybody who has kind of hooded eyes because it will really push back that kind of fleshy area that you have above the lid. Then I take a little bit of the darker shade and I work this from the outer corner, just out here, kind of working it into the outer corner. And then when it's pretty much kind of blended in, I will start to blend it across again. So what you're doing here is creating more of a depth to this look. You have your mid-tone here, which is slightly lighter, and then you have your darker shade just underneath that, right into the crease. And this will really bring out your eyelid, make your eyes look nice and bright. And just remember to always blend this color. Next I take a black pencil and I work this onto the upper waterline. So what I do is kind of look down and then I'll just press it, get it kind of between the lashes as well. And what this pencil does is really darken where your lashes are, so it makes them look really kind of dense and intense looking without really having to do too much like liquid liner across the lid. Then I take a flat brush and a black eyeshadow and I push this in between the lashes. It will set the pencil that we've applied, but it will also give it a much deeper, darker look as well. And you see how I've just done it on this eye, and you can see how much darker and more of a shape that it has on this eye compared to this one. Next little trick that I do is to take a Q-tip, and I will run the Q-tip on the lower waterline. And what this will do is collect any of that darkness that might have initially come down there. Just take the Q-tip and I'll just run it just underneath here. And this will just collect any of the darkness, and then I'll use the other side on the other eye. Now it's time to curl your lashes. So what I will do is I will take my little elf curler, I will place it as close to the roots of lashes as I can, press it down so you're clamping the lashes in between, and I'm just holding it there for just a few seconds, and then I will release it. Then I take my favorite mascara, and this is the Maybelline 1x1. I love it, it's the waterproof. This really holds a curl for you. And I will just do one very thin coat of this. Next I'm going to apply blush and bronzer. I'm going to use the Sleek Contour Kit, and this has a lovely matte bronzer and it's my favorite. I'm going to use my Blank Canvas Cosmetics brush to apply this. So I'll just go from the ear to the mouth, and this is kind of your line just underneath your cheekbone. You're not going to bring in too far, you just want to keep it to the outer corner, but it's just going kind of a sweeping downward motion. Just apply a little bit at a time, and then you can just blend it. So what I like to do is just the outer corner of the face, and then kind of blend it upwards. I have a whole video on how to contour and highlight your face, so I will link it up here if you want to have a look at it. Next I'm going to apply some blush, and I'm just going to use a soft pink shade onto an angled brush, and what I like to do is just kind of stipple it onto the cheeks. And then I start to kind of blend it away. We're gonna move on to the lips. I don't like to wear too many lip products on my lips. My lips get very dry, very cracked very easily. So I have to kind of be careful about what I use. But I'm going to use a lip gloss today because lip glosses are a little bit easier on the lips. I have two lip glosses to show you. This is by MAC. And I know you're gonna be like, Sinead, do not use MAC in your videos because I don't usually do it. This is Cream Sheen. It is called Loud and Lovely. But I have this complete utter dupe. In fact, this is actually even better than this one, I think. Fashion Avenue Fuchsia by NYC, and this is their liquid lip shine. These are very, very, very similar shades, and the NYC one lasts a bit longer, so I tend to use that one. And they both smell delicious. This one kind of smells like chocolate and vanilla, and then this one kind of smells kind of fruity and just kind of yummy. So that's kind of my signature look. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to know what your signature look is, so you can leave a comment or you can do a video response telling me what your kind of routine is that you tend to wear when you just can't think of anything else to do. So I hope that you enjoy it. I'm Sinead Katie, and thank you for watching.